5 cardinals, 1 throne. The church will never be the same. These are the most dangerous and decisive names in the Vatican. The next pope won't just lead, he could change everything. Candidate number 1, Cardinal Parolin, the Vatican's power broker. If the next pope is chosen for control, not change, this is the man. Cardinal Parolin is the most powerful man in the Vatican not already wearing white. As Secretary of State, he's been Pope Francis's top diplomat, managing church affairs across the globe, from China to Venezuela. But with power comes controversy. Parolin was behind the secretive deal with China, allowing the Communist Party input in bishop appointments. Vatican loyalists called it a smart move. Chinese Catholics called it a betrayal. Some bishops even went into hiding. Then came the London scandal, a failed luxury real estate investment that cost the Vatican over $200 million. Parolin wasn't charged, but documents show he was aware of the operation. On moral issues, he walks a thin line, never directly opposing Francis, but rarely defending him publicly either. Critics say he's too careful, too political, too polished. Still, many cardinals see him as the safest choice, experienced, connected, and deeply rooted in Vatican tradition. But to reformers, he's the gatekeeper. If elected, the church may not collapse, but it may not change either. Up next, a global favorite, loved by the people, doubted by the system. This is candidate number 2, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, loved by the people, blocked by the Vatican. If the people could vote, he'd already be Pope. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle is everything Pope Francis praised: humble, emotional, close to the poor. He's known for crying during homilies, laughing with street vendors, and speaking to crowds like family. He led the Archdiocese of Manila, then suddenly Pope Francis brought him to Rome, placing him in charge of global evangelization, a role once dubbed the Red Pope. It looked like grooming for succession, but that's when the backlash began. Insiders say Tagle is seen by traditionalists as too soft, too Asian, even too progressive. Multiple sources confirm that some European cardinals are working behind the scenes to block his candidacy. Their FEAR that Tagle would radically decentralize power, shift resources to the global south, and turn the papacy into a mission-driven voice for the poor. That's threatening. His supporters say he's the soul of the modern church. His enemies say he weeps, but can he rule? Candidate number 3, Cardinal Zuppi, the peacemaker, or Trojan horse. They say he's a bridge builder, but others fear what's crossing that bridge. Zuppi, Archbishop of Bologna, has mediated wars, walked with the poor, and radiates pastoral warmth. But behind that smile, he's deeply progressive, open to blessing same-sex couples, supportive of lay authority, and pushing for a more decentralized church. Traditionalists call him a Trojan horse. A smiling wrecking ball, one Vatican insider said. His rise to lead Italy's bishops. Many say it's strategic, a move toward succession. To some, Zupi is the future. To others, the soft face of a quiet revolution. Candidate number 4, Cardinal Ambongo, the unyielding voice from Africa. He doesn't wait, he doesn't whisper, he doesn't ask for permission. Ambongo of Kinshasa speaks truth to power. He's called out dictators, the Curia, and the church's complacency. Without flinching, he's marched with the poor. He's faced death threats. He's not playing politics, he's being real. To his followers, Ambongo is the voice of a new church, global, unafraid, and just. To the establishment, he's a threat. If elected, insiders say he'd redistribute Vatican wealth, end Eurocentrism, and shake the foundations. Candidate number 5, Cardinal Erdo, Europe's conservative general, or the church's hard reset. Discipline, doctrine, no debate. Cardinal Erdő is Europe's most powerful conservative, a canon law expert, a defender of Catholic order. He's spoken out against same-sex blessings, gender ideology, and decentralization. To his base, he's the general who will restore reverence. But critics warn his election would be a hard right turn, a signal that the church is done with experiments. The question now isn't just who, but what kind of church will rise next? Will it be reformed, restored, or something the world's never seen? Comment below, who do you think should be the next pope? We're reading every answer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell. More explosive Vatican content is coming. The conclave is near. The clock is ticking. Stay awake, stay informed,